Welcome to the Market Alert for Tuesday, the 12th of February 2018. Starting off with the daily chart in the pound, you can see yesterday the market moving sharply lower there. Bit of support over to the left here as well. Next downside target would be here if we do break through here. So let's just put a few markers on the chart. Go from here. And we've got one here as well, and also of course from here to here the 76% retracement area of 12799 or 128 would be very important for this market as well. Again, this market being driven by Brexit news, and you can see from yesterday's price action the market below the 200 bar moving average and the DP that we spoke about yesterday. Market coming down, putting in 76% retracement. The market then coming back, putting in a double top here, and then once back through the average lines, the market continuing to move to the downside there. So let's have a look at the range for yesterday, see if the volatility is kicking in a bit. Down to the end of the trading session was 72 pips, and then from here to the low yesterday 94, nearly 100 pips in the pound yesterday, so moving quite nicely there. News today, Barmy Carney speaking and Powell's out as well, one at 1 p.m, one at 5:45, so watch the pound and also the Dow at those times. Speaking of the Dow, similar picture. Yesterday the market down just as the pound was. I see the market finding support on this 200 bar moving average. The bigger picture is still on the buy side, for sure, no doubts about that. And also you want to consider this from here down to Friday's low. Watch the 25,306, which is the 76% retracement area as well for this market. If it fails to take this out on the upside or this one, then we have got the weakness around, but they're going to do the best in order to get prices back to the upside. So yesterday morning the market continued to move higher, no surprise there, higher, traded sideways, had another shunt to the upside. You've got the resistance there. We had selling here, we had selling here. You can see the spikes in the volume, and then prices heading south, just as the pound did, through the two averages, finding support there at the 200 bar. Then you see the classic come back and have a look at the 200 bar, and then it traded sideways below the average, and then drifted lower before the close of the session there. And on the overnight, well, we've seen the market gap up. The prices have moved higher from the close to the open by 106 points, and the reason for this is quite simple. Apparently, if we just scroll this up, it says futures jump after lawmakers reach border deal in principle to avert government shutdown. So the fact that the government is shutting down is the reason for this market to move higher. And we all know what happens when we have gaps, they get filled. So watch the market come down and have a look at this. It means it will have to break the 200 bar moving average, so keep an eye on that. If it breaks it, then it will fill the gap. Simple as that. And then finally we've got Bitcoin. Let's bring up the daily charts, and as I said yesterday, is it short covering or is it new buying? At the moment it looks like it was just short covering and profit taking to the downside, as there's no further buying interest in this market at this time. So expect prices to drift sideways to lower until that becomes the case. One thing that I certainly would do here is this, and that's to have a look at where the market could come down to. 34.26 would be the area of support for this market, but other than that it's still stuck in a sideways range. Okay, that will do it for this one, and as ever, thanks for watching. See you in the next one.